Welcome back to another SMITE patch notes video, and in this one we're taking a look at the RWBY update notes. Now I know that might sound like a weird name, but it's because the main new skins that are coming out are based on those names. We got RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang Xiao? Maybe? I'm not sure. Either way, it's going to be part of the new battle pass, so we have the new skins here first. First one we have is Ruby Rose Thanatos. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is not based on the actress Ruby Rose, because I don't get that vibe at all.
Alright! Weiss, Blake, Yang, and their fearless leader Ruby have begun their first mission! Bonsai!
So we have a, I don't even know what you want to call it, like a different gender skin from Thanatos. I feel like there's been another skin in this game that's done that. I think Paladins has. I'm not sure about SMITE. So that's pretty cool there. We have Weiss, Shanae, Freya.
Remember your training, Weiss. Head up, shoulders back, right foot forward, slow your breathing, and wait for the right time to strike.
Blake, Bella... Oh, I thought it was blown up. Blake, Belladonna, Amateratsu. It's a mouthful.
There's too much wrong in this world to just stand by and do nothing. Inequality, corruption, someone has to stop it.
And then finally, well, not finally, but we have Yang Xiao Long?
I want to travel around this world and get
Terra?
wrapped up in as many crazy adventures as I can. And if I help gods along the way, then that's even better.
Yeah, I apologize. I know I butchered that name. My Chinese or Japanese or whatever this language is definitely not on par. And then we have classic Ruby Rose Thanatos. I'm not sure what the difference is going to be between the two. I'm guessing maybe some color differences probably.
Okay! All in favor of becoming the youngest huntresses to single-handedly take down gods in the kingdom of SMITE, say aye!
Oh, that voice pack. Man, not a fan of it. Now, I will say I'm not the biggest fan of these skins collectively, but with that being said, they all look like they definitely belong together and are part of the same battle pass and stuff. So if you are a fan of the skins, that's going to be a big plus. And then we have a Living Death Scylla, which I'm a big fan of.
Alive or dead,
Phenomenal
it does
voice
not
pack.
matter to me. All I see are my potential friends that will play with me for the rest of eternity.
That's so great. Next up, we have a Mouse Force Ganesh.
All right, who called in the big guns? Big G and I are at your service.
Then we have a Codebreaker Osiris.
I accept two kinds of payment. Money or a challenge.
It's been a long time since we have an Osiris skin, hasn't it? Like a long time from what I can remember. We have Pink Lotus Pele.
I've trained in the school of ninjutsu going back over 500 years, so my sense of fighting style is timeless.
We also have Divine Machina Apollo.
The unknown stretches before me. Let us explore together.
That I'm really curious to see what this looks like, because I don't get the vibe of Apollo at all looking at this card art. Like, not at all. If anything, I honestly see Osiris, like, maybe. So that's pretty cool. Frostbite Cerberus is up next.
There are some places where humans should never set foot.
And then finally, we have a Sugar and Slice Dashi.
Let the merrymaking begin!
It's a lot of skins we got. 3, 6, 9, 12 skins. Wow. And then also we have the Isis base visual update. I guess voice pack's going to be the same. And obviously, her recolor, Guardian Eternal. Yeah, Eternal. And then Isis, obviously, getting her mastery skins. And knowing YouTube's algorithm, I'm probably already monetized because I said Isis too many times in the first 30 seconds. That's usually how it goes. So November 12th, the RWBY Battle Pass will be coming out. With that, you'll also get the Living Dead Scylla and Mouse Force Ganesh. A week later, we'll have Codebreaker Osiris and the Winter Wonderland chest, which will have both the Cerberus and Dashi skins inside of it. And then on the 26th, we get Pink Lotus Pele, and for December 3rd, Divine Machina Apollo. Am I saying that right? Machina? I don't know. And of course, dates are subject to change. So, for the RWBY, probably said that wrong a couple times. So, Battle Pass details. The total Battle Pass points are decreased from 85,000 to 75,000 for the Premium Pass, but the Prestige Pass still requires 85,000 to complete. It's different. You'll have additional 2 weeks to complete this pass. It will run until Season 7 launches. Now has 4 new Tier 3 skins and a Prestige skin, as well as many more Enigma chest and loadout items. This Battle Pass costs $750 or $1350 to unlock with bonus points. So for the rewards, new cosmetic items in each track, in the order they are unlocked are, so we got the free items will be the music theme and jump stamp. And the premium items are going to be obviously all the skins. I'm not going to go through them. We got a loading frame, announcer pack, avatar, another announcer pack, another avatar, global emote, it's probably announcer packs for all of them. Another avatar, loading screen, no, that's just her skin. Another announcer pack, loading, so a lot of announcer packs. So basically you get skins for all of the characters and announcer packs and avatars for all the characters. As well as a ward skin, a loading screen, and yeah, so that's pretty, it's load screen, ward skin, loading screen, and then avatars and announcer packs for all of the new characters coming, or new skins, I guess I should say. And then for the prestige items, you get the classic Ruby Rose Thanatos, as well as the Huntsman title. So for the bug fixes, I'm not going to go over them. I never do. However, if you would like to pause them at any point, you can go ahead and do so. I just never feel the need to go over them because they're bugs that aren't in the game. So what's the point? Project Olympus. Okay, so Is it just plural? Is plural Isis? I don't know. Her visual update. The Egyptian goddess of magic will have a completely new model, card art, rig, and animation set in this update. Mastery, recolor, and shadow skins have all been updated as well. I forgot she had a shadow. That'll be really cool to see. No ability effects or voice acting has been changed, so the voice is going to be the same. Other skins have not been changed as well. Okay, so the classic Isis has been added as a new skin, preserving the old base model. Oh, okay. It will be available forever as direct purchase for 200 gems or 9,500 favor. The acquisition screen overhaul. The screen that shows players what items they have unlocked after quests or purchases have been redesigned. The screen will now more clearly show what items have been obtained and how they unlocked it. They will now better support unlocking many items at once. Streamer mode, fix some issues with that. Now if players want to hide self, they will need to use the hide all option instead. For team composition, this feature is being added in the lobby to help newer players find the right gods for their squad. Oh, that's actually a really cool feature. Additional text in lobby will now show up in the lobby to suggest things like the team has too much or not enough magical physical, team's missing a guardian. That's kind of basic information though. I thought maybe they'd do team comps, but that's pretty in-depth stuff. So deserter penalty. The penalty for deserting a ranked match is now more intense than deserting a casual match. The penalty for deserting a normal casual has been slightly reduced. Deserting will lock your ability to play any game mode regardless of where you deserted from. So, we got a lot of stuff coming for ranked matchmaking. The change to time queues last year made a huge impact on matchmaking. With the time queues, we can guarantee that top 10 players end up in a game together. Main advantage of this system, I think this is just going over last year's as we expected. On limited queues, we added the ability to duo queue, which does cause some shifting in the top-down method. This is why we have kept the MMR range for parties quite narrow. I'm not going to go over everything in this here. Like I said, I'll link the website in the description if you want to read through all of this yourself. It's just kind of going over what their stuff, what they found from their testing and everything. But this is the big stuff. So a new split will be starting this update, and there will be no MMR or variance reset. The TP, however, will reset, reward progress will reset, and new rewards will be available. The God leaderboards will reset, no MMR or no variance reset. So if you want to understand why, like I said, click the link in the description and you can read through all of this. I just, for time's sake and for people that don't really, want to hear me talk forever, we'll go ahead and skip that. So we have another adventure returns and classic domination, added conquest style fountain speed buff at the game start, cut paths through geometry to make it easier to rotate from point to point. Now for the item balances, we have Ardenite increase the physical power from 65 to 75, Staff of Mirrodin increase the magical power from 100 to 120, and then Ethereal Staff gets an increased in cost from 2,500 to 2,600. For Freya, the big one that people were excited about. Basically, she is getting just changed back to her old stuff, back to her February 2017. Man, it's been a long time since this happened. Almost 3 years. February 2017 balance date. So for full details and explanation, you click here. Again, you can do that. I'll probably make a separate video on this in all honesty, so be on the lookout for that. So her Mystic Warrior has been reverted to Brissingman's Blessing. I always mess that up. Freya's necklace grants her an additional magical lifesteal at 15%. Northern Lights is back to Iridate. Freya activates a buff that makes her basic attacks do bonus magical damage. The bonus damage is 40 to 100 plus 25% of your power, lasts for 5 seconds, and has an 11-second cooldown. Aurora Blade has been reverted back to Pulse, activates a buff that makes her basic attacks ranged, dealing bonus magical damage and slowing the target and all nearby enemies. The area of effect and slow are lost when Iridate is active. So the bonus damage is 20 to 60 plus 15% of your power, lasts for 6 seconds, and has a cooldown of 11. Banish, just banish. At the ground target location, Freya banishes our enemies into the air. The enemies can't be hit or take action while in air. Lasts for 1.5 seconds, and the cooldown goes from 19 to 15. Valkyrie's Discretion, use her Cloak of Feathers to fly above the battlefield. When she fires down blasts of magic damage up to 4 times while flying. Can't be hit while in full ascension, and can cancel at any time. Each blast is going to be 100 to 240 damage plus 35% of your power. You're going to be up there for 3.6 seconds, and it's going to have a 90-second cooldown. Next up, we have Amateratsu, decreased her benevolence or aura movement speed from 5 to 25%, is now 5 to 21, a little bit less late game. Dazzling Offensive, decreased the base damage from 95 to 275, is now 80 to 260. Cerberus, his Spirit of Death, increased the healing stolen from Stolen Heal, used to be 40%, is now 50%. Ghastly Breath gets a Protection Shred increase, used to be 6 to 14, is now 5 to 18. Discordia, her Unruly Magic, gets an increased base damage, used to be 70 to 250, is now 75 to 275. Erratic Behavior gets a 2-second cooldown decrease as well. For Ganesh, his Dharmic Pillars fix an issue where rank 2 was costing too much mana, and Dharmic Pillar now catches aim. It should now be placed where the player was targeting when cast. And not finally, but for Isis, increased the cooldown of her Spirit Ball from 10 to 12 seconds. Her Dispel Magic gets a decreased base shield, used to be 70 to 230, is now 50 to 230. And Circle of Protection gets a base healing decrease, used to be 110 to 190, is now 90 to 190. And Susano, his Storm Kata, gets a decreased scaling hit per hit, used to be 55%, is now 50. Typhoon also gets a scaling reduction from 140 to 125%. Sylvanas' Verdant Growth, the ability can now be fired over walls, and updated its ability targeter to be more distinct from his basic attacks. Nature's Grasps fix an issue where the pull direction wouldn't match the direction Sylvanas was facing. For Thor, his Anvil of Dawn decreased the damage from landing impact. Used to be 120 is now used to be 120 to 300 is now 100 to 300. There was an issue where the landing impact was listed as dealing more damage than it was actually doing. And then the lightning damage on the initial target is also decreased. Used to be 20 to 60 is now 15 to 55. And finally, for Tyr, his Power Cleave gets a healing reduction. Used to be 30 to 130 is now 20 to 120. That is going to be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and hit subscribe for more updates like this. Hopefully, this time PTS will actually let me log in. I do apologize again for never being able to get the last skins up, but PTS was just like, nope. So hopefully that works this time, and I'll be able to get all of these skins out for you, as well as the remodel for Isis and everything like that. So thank you for watching.